Hi YouTube! Welcome to the channel. My name is Crimson and today we are going to be building a balloon arch for prom. I'm not gonna lie, I'm running a little slow this morning. I woke up with kind of a pounding headache. I still have a little bit of a headache, but the worst part of it has subsided, thank goodness. Got myself some coffee, so the caffeine should be helping. Good stuff there. But anyways, so today I'm going to be building a balloon garland cluster. This is something that I have been working on secretly on the side, not super secretly, but my whole goal is to be some sort of event planner, which is my main goal, but event decorator, event planner is kind of my career path that I've chosen for myself. So I'm kind of just working on that on the side. Now this was a little last minute, not gonna lie. So today's Friday and my stepkids have their prom tomorrow. I'm really excited for them just because I didn't think they were gonna go, and they are both going, and they both, like, one's going with her boyfriend, the other one's going with a bestie, but they're all dressing up, they're doing the whole thing. For the most part, like, they're not going out to dinner or you know, there's nothing super fancy other than their outfits and the fact that they're just going in general. So I'm really excited for them. Anyways, but pretty much ever since I was a little kid, like a young tween, and the first time I ever watched like My Super Sweet 16 on MTV, that was pretty much when I decided I wanted to be an event planner. That moment just didn't come full circle for me until later in life, where, you know how you kind of like revert back to some things that you enjoyed as a kid and you just kind of feel like you're coming into yourself. That's pretty much where I'm at, and I have been doing little decor things on the side. So it actually started not this past February, but last February when I turned 30. And I literally threw a prom for my 30th birthday party. It was in our buddy's garage, so it was a garage party, but we totally prommed it out. It was so freaking cute. My colors were like hot pink, black, and gold, and I had a cake made, and I got snacks from like the time I was in high school, and we were throwing back some good music just from like when I was a teenager, like everything from freaking like the 2010s to 2014 music, like some hip hop and pop music. We had some Justin Bieber, we were doing the Dougie. It was such a good time, and pretty much I tried building a balloon garland for my prom, and it just, like, I had several people helping. I had watched a video, but I didn't have like all the resources to make it perfect. But still, the birthday was for the most part perfect. Like, the decorations, though they were hanging on with a little bit of duct tape and a lot of hope, it came out so beautiful. And pretty much from that point forward, I was like, I should be doing this for a living, pretty much. So I have built a couple balloon garlands since then. I did one for my stepdaughter's Sweet 16 last year. I did one for my other stepdaughter's birthday in October. I had like a little one on the wall there, and I did one for my birthday when I turned 31, and my like little theme that I created was like my 31st birthday, you know, very Bridgerton, very tea. It was very cute. So today, like I said, this is last minute, but I scooped up something that was going to be shipped overnight on Amazon. Here are my balloons. So the theme of their prom is Garden of Glamour. So cute. I don't even know what my prom theme was when I was 18. Honestly, I'm sure it was something stupid because I can't even remember what it was. And the only prom photo that I have of me and my prom day, and I went with a bestie, I did not go with a boyfriend when I was 18. It looks like there's freaking palm trees in the background, so who really knows what my prom theme was? But anyways, so like I said, got overnight shipping on this. This is just gonna be, I'm gonna make a organic kind of cluster. I want to build a more uniform one in the future, but I'm doing 3 events for graduation, and I'll probably film those for the sake of my channel, for content, for everything. I'm just in the content building phase of getting my event decor business going at the moment. So just bear with me there. We are just gonna be doing little side hustle gigs like this for now. So this balloon arch cluster garland thing, we have gold. We have like this beigey, cream white color. We have green and we have pink. And I think pink and green is just garden to me. Most flowers are naturally colored like whites and pinks. See, like artificial colors of flowers are typically blue. Purple is definitely a natural color out there, but I just think this screamed garden of glamour. So I'm really excited to build this. Another thing that we're going to be doing today, so I'm going to try to build the balloon arch maybe against this wall. And if I don't build it against the wall, then I'll be building it kind of next to the fireplace there. I haven't decided which route I'm going to go, and I kind of have a decent amount of balloons to work with. So we'll just kind of see how things come up as I start getting going here. But yeah, that's kind of my plan so far. I might build some tower clusters and put some letters in there that say prom. I don't have a lot of decor to work with, but I think it'll come out cute regardless. Also, the reason why I'm doing this other than practice is just I want something cute to take photos in front of for the kids, like when they're all dressed up, and then I can take some photos here at the house before they go. Because, I mean, I think that's good memories. And even though teenagers literally freaking hate their photo being taken, like it's so daunting for them, they're like, oh my God, why would you make me do this? It's for your memories, because I have literally like 2 photos from my prom and that's it. And I barely have a memory to show anybody. So they're getting pictures whether they like it or not. So in the past, I've hung up balloons with thumbtacks, which is very hit or miss. I have about a 50% chance of it working and a 50% chance of it sucking. So we're doing a different wall hanging method today. I've got painter's tape and I've got some wall hooks that I'm going to tape up against the wall, and I think that's going to work out really well. But yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this bad boy open. I am going to organize all of the different colors and size of balloons, and then I'm just going to start blowing everything up. This is just like the first hard labor part, is just getting everything blown up, and then everything kind of comes together after that. So let's start organizing and blowing up the balloons. A couple things that I have come to learn. First of all, any of the balloons you have, you can expect that some are going to pop here and there, so you just got to be prepared for that. I always like to give them a little stretch. You don't have to do it for a whole minute or anything, just kind of give them a little stretch. When I'm building my clusters, I like to take 2 balloons and tie them together, and I'm pretty much going to do that with every single balloon here. For the sake of the video, I'm not going to record myself blowing up all the balloons, but for this segment, I am going to do one of each color so you can see how the color changes once they are blown up, and pretty much how I do this. I'm going to blow up, put them on the nozzle, blow up my balloons. Okay, and once they kind of look like light bulbs or lemons, whatever you want to call this shape, I like to let out the air. This gives them a little bit of flex, and see how they're just a little bit more rounded out. You can always blow them back up if you want, like if you let too much air out. So then what I do is, and don't be afraid to stretch your balloons, because this is what they're made for. And make sure you take off any rings before you do this. So I cross them, I twist one, and then you're just gonna tie them together into a knot and pull this very tightly. And there is the first part of all of our clusters. And what I just did there is I'm pretty much going to do that to every single balloon in this pile. And for right now, I'm just going to throw this off to the side and move on to my next color. So now I actually have everything blown up. I did have one of my little balloons pop on me, so that actually took care of the odd number problem. So everything is paired, everything is in a set of 2. Since this is a prom theme, I am going to use some of my balloon letters that I have for a banner. Right now, obviously, I have ROM, and now I'm going to grab a P so we can have prom, obviously. Okay, so I have my balloon pump. These things come in handy. Normally balloons like this come with like a little straw. Honestly, if I shove that in the end, it will be just fine. So we're gonna take our P, and then on the very bottom there is a tab. It says valve. There we go. We're in, all right? Okay, and then you just start pumping. Obviously, if you pump too much, they will pop. I've had a couple of these pop on me before. Once it starts to feel kind of tight, sometimes these deflate, but not super bad. You don't want to add too much air to it. So it's got a little squish. I mean, I could maybe pump one more in there, but honestly, I feel like this will be good. And just like that, now we have prom. Okay, so I'm thinking with the letters, since there's only 4 letters technically, and it's not like a big phrase, the wall right here behind me, it's really big, to be honest. And obviously I have a lot of balloons, so I feel like I could make a smaller cluster on the wall and then put prom on the fireplace with a couple little balloons maybe around it. I'm going to work on the fireplace first, which was opposite of my plan. But I think that any leftover balloons will just toss up there. So I think fireplace is going to be a go. I'm going to hang the prom balloon banner. I just have a generic balloon ribbon holding this together. I think I'm going to use glue dots and my painter's tape to just hold the ribbon up, and then we can cover some of that up with balloons here in a moment. Okay, so I've got the prom put up. I realize it just looks like morp to you guys right now since it's backwards. But so essentially how I build the, we'll call them quads. We have doubles or twos or dupes, whatever you want to call them. And then we have quads, and then we have clusters. I'll take 2 of these that are tied together and literally squish them into each other. They're already being held together. You can twist this around to lay whichever direction that you'd like. And typically I will put everything that like on the couch into a quad before I combine everything into a cluster. A cluster can be anything more than 4, so I'd say 6 to 8. Typically, I will take 2 of these and combine them together, and that's what our cluster is going to be. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what color scheme I want to do on this, or how I'm going to incorporate all the colors, and then I will throw everything else on the wall, which will be easy at that because that's going to be more organic. I'm wondering if I'm going to do that with this or not. So I'm just playing with some ideas right now, but I just wanted to kind of show that process. Okay, so I decided to kind of do a pillar, and you can very clearly see, so I tied these together by the necks of the balloons. Typically, I use a 260 balloon, which makes life so much easier, and I would have literally had that done in literally 5 seconds had I just used one of these. But I have very few of these, and I clearly have a lot of balloons. This could look better, but you can kind of see what I'm doing with the color pattern. So it is what it is. I needed to practice this anyway, so... Okay, the second one did not take me as long to tie, but it was still a pain in the butt. So for the sake of space and not covering up the edges of the letters, I'm going to leave these pillars like this, other than them just being a pain. You can see what I was trying to do by wrapping the colors around. So if you wanted to keep going, you would just start with the gold on top of this green and then keep doing that. And then I'm going to tie a couple balloons, maybe a couple small and big ones, and hide that blue tape that I have on the prom thing. And then I'll get started on the wall. Cute, and there we have that. I think it came out pretty good. I'm going to add some more stuff to that later, but now this. Okay, so remember earlier when I said I should have ordered more 260s? 260s are like balloon animal balloons, and they have literally an amazing stretch. So what I pretty much do with these is I tie them into essentially like a rubber band, and these work better than rubber bands, in my opinion. I'm not saying a rubber band couldn't work, but this seems to work the best for me. And you want to tie that pretty tight, and then you have a little stuff's already moving over there. Then you have a little 260 bracelet, and I'll pretty much use these to connect everything. Okay, so I've got my 2 dupes here, doubles, whatever. You're gonna take this, twist it. We're gonna grab another one. Two greens, take it, twist it, throw it to the side. Two orange ones, toss it to the side. Two pinks. Toss it to the side. Okay, now you can see I have clusters or quads, I guess. I call everything a cluster. But I have turned the majority of this, minus the small balloons, into clusters. And now we are just going to tie them together using these. You theoretically could tie them the exact same way I tied those. I just didn't want to use all of my 260 balloons. I'm going to do, I think, some color blocking, or it's just going to be random. The gold balloons, I always try to pair a pop color like this with a color. So I have one with white, one with orange, and one with pink, and that's going to be just kind of in the mix there. And then the little ones, it's actually my favorite part to do the little ones, so that's going to come together after we get the big stuff up. Okay, so I kind of have 3 big pieces here. This is literally one giant piece. So I have 3 big pieces. This. this and this. So my plan is to combine those three. I guess I'm just gonna make more like a big cloud, if you will. So I've got my big pieces. I'm going to connect them together, and then I'm going to do the hardest part, which is attempt to put this flat on the wall. The good thing about those big piles of balloons, though, is that you can really move things around and kind of shift and push on things, and everything kind of shifts. So even if you have a balloon pop, you can shift things around. And then my favorite part is going to be adding everything once we hang it on the wall. So for the sake of my sanity, I'm probably not going to film me trying to hang it on the wall, but I am planning on using my new wall hook method, so wish me luck on that. Okay, I'm kind of impressed. Let's hope this works. Oh my god, it's only been hanging up for like 3 seconds, but it worked. Oh my god. It's hot. Let me turn the fan on. Hold up. Ah! Oh my god. Okay, I can't believe this worked. This was so much easier than a freaking thumbtack, and I'm super out of breath. And it's not shaped right, but we're gonna fix that right now. Oh my god, it's working. It's working. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's working. Yeah, yeah. Okay. This is literally the hardest part of this. So blowing up the balloons obviously takes time, and I would have had those pillars done had I had more 260s. I just need to like put a mental note, like do not order balloons unless you order 260s. But I still have a little bit left, like just very few. But I'm gonna add my small balloons. Oh my god, it's gonna look so good. And since their prom is a garden theme, and I have some gold 3D butterflies from what I ordered for my birthday, and it totally goes with the garden vibe, I'm gonna throw in some flowers and butterflies. But first, we are just going to get the small balloons in. It's gonna be so cute. I can't believe this system worked. And you can't even see the painter's tape. It's the best. I can't believe this is going so well. You guys, it literally just fell. I'm gonna fix it. Ugh, I'm gonna fix it. Okay, shit, it's back up again. So, the foundation of it needs to be pretty strong. I added more tape and squished it down. Fingers crossed it does not fall again. As soon as I stopped recording, I'm just going to redo the tape on that second one because the first one's holding up pretty well. It's back up again. Shh. Okay, I have taken every single other balloon, and I have, same method, turned everything into a quad with all the little ones. This one's kind of special. I had a popper, so I tied the extra onto that. It'll still work just fine. Let me show you how we're going to add these. Okay, so this is how we're gonna add these. You have 2 mini quads, okay? We're gonna take our 260. I only have a few of these. I might use ribbon after this. It will still work the same. These just give it better stretch and snap back. So we are just going to loop this around and tie a knot. You can double tie it if you want to. I'm not gonna worry about it because usually this stays pretty well. And also these are in either the same color like this or different colors. The fun part about these is that it really doesn't matter that much. So I'm gonna wrap this around. Tie it off. And now we have some stretch and pull. Now we're gonna add this to any little section that has a gap or where you can see the string pulling. And let me just show you. Sorry, I gotta put you guys back over here, but theoretically, as long as your foundation is good and this holds up, these things should be easy to add on. So, and you're just gonna wrap it around the balloon so I have a big gap here. And this is a little hard, especially if this moves, but we're gonna do our best, okay? Ta-da! And you can shift these around, however, I have it around this orange balloon here. So I'm pretty much gonna do the rest and then I'll show you guys how it looks. Ta-da! You can see all my little clusters in there. I didn't add them all, I added a couple extra to this. I think this looks so cute. And honestly, I didn't even realize that, but now I have to go pick up the kids, so I actually just have to stop, and I'll come back and do the gold butterflies and the flowers before tomorrow, of course. So I don't know if I'll record that, I haven't decided yet, but I at least have that, and I have that, and I think it looks cute. And honestly, if I did nothing else, I think that looks pretty good, but this did fall down several times on me, and it's a lot heavier now, so I'm really just hoping it stays, and if it doesn't, I'll just fix it again. But yeah, once I add the gold butterflies and some flowers, we will be in Garden of Glamour prom mode. And this is just a cute little photo op, like, to put in front of stuff, so I'm really excited, and this has been fun, and I'm hungry, and I'm tired, and it's hot, so I'm gonna go do the rest of the things I need to do. Yes. Okay, before it comes all down, ta-ta! This is so cute. I added fake wisteria and some flowers and butterflies. I think that came out good. And then we have this. It has definitely fallen multiple times, but I also added the same thing, some butterflies, flowers, and wisteria. I've probably readjusted this thing, retaped, rehung, shifted all the flowers, balloons a million times today. Even just as we speak, I've already shifted things and changed stuff, so not too much, but yeah, I love the details, little butterflies. I think it came out super good. I like the colors. Just adding those little details, I swear, just makes everything really just come together. So I'm very happy with it. The foundation is a little rough, but it's on the wall and I can live with that. So when you walk into the house, this is the first thing you see. Isn't it so cute? You can almost see the tape up there, the blue tape, but if you don't think too hard about it, it looks pretty great if you ask me. All right, everyone, here is building a balloon arch, balloon cluster, whatever you want to call it. This was really fun to do. It literally took me all day to do, but I was happy to do it. I love doing this. I just love everything. I love doing it for occasions. Like I always say, people don't need decorations, but they are a luxury, so people want decorations. It makes everything, every little event, even prom, feel very special. So I was excited to be able to do this, and hopefully it stays up for at least one full day so we can get some pictures in front of it tomorrow. But that is going to conclude this video. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to make more content like this. So appreciate everybody that is here. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a balloon emoji in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.